right place because I had to reset up all of that stuff right there at the last second. Oh Lord.
Yeah, we rolling.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Oh man, I mean, there's people talking in chats of other streams already. You
Well,
know,
they
so
tired of waiting. They just went to the old one.
yeah, apparently.
Or are they confused? They're watching it thinking it's this week's show.
Yeah, I don't know.
God, what am I supposed to do with this?
Maybe take a razor to it.
You throw a hat on it and it fixes everything.
Terry Radford first to the comments. He says we're late.
No, he's like, we were
Yeah,
on time.
yeah. Noah was ready. I was not. I should have done an update on my computer. You know, they've been telling me for months that I'm losing whatever the updates or whatever because I'm not switched to Windows 11 or whatever. But I don't
On
listen.
that Windows 95.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Oh God, Terry Radford, what a bum. I don't know if he's speaking about himself or me or you or I'm not real sure.
Me. I know it ain't me.
I mean, I'm not sure anybody else is in here, so making sure we're up and rolling here everywhere else. Yep, we're on good old YouTube.
I gotta keep
All right.
the only way I have front facing light.
Oh man. All right, let's roll.
Let's get it, dude.
What episode is this though? You would think I would have done checked this, but
80.
I think it's 81. Yep. All right, here we go. Episode 81, Pit Chatter Podcast, presented by. Hold on. Before I get there, I got to switch screens over here.
Ready?
Hold on.
Do it.
Presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing, and you know what they say, Noah?
Can't beat that meat.
That's right. Well, we're not going to have that on the screen tonight, so that's one of the downsides to having to switch things up. I mean, and we're in red down here. Everything's all jacked up.
It's all right. As long as we're
rolling. Chris Cannon with the comment here. He said, "What about them punk kids? Did you see all that from your boy Burt Myers?"
Would he post another video?
He was a little upset at Carson Lofton. I guess Carson moved him. I guess at the end of the Tri-County race, and he was a little upset at him. Called him another punk kid doing kid things.
Cry about
it. I mean, he was doing a good job at that. Kent Chrisley in here.
He can't win nowhere but Bowman Gray.
All right. Kent Chrisley's in here. Josh Phillips is in here. Terry Radford says he would never speak down to Noah. So apparently he was talking about himself. So it's the only one I can figure. Kent Chrisley letting us know what episode we're on.
I think it's 81.
I'm glad he keeps up. Emily Coe said this should be the birthday edition for Kim. Yeah, that's why she's not on here. Is
it her birthday?
Yep, it's her birthday today. She turned 83 today.
I believe it.
Yeah. Chris Cannon here said, talking about your boy Bird, he said he was crying. And Josh Phillips wants to know what happened to the tech on the motors. They was going to tech everyone backed out. Well, that's not exactly what happened. The wording on the post by Short Track Scene, which I believe was made by Corey Latham, a little hard to read, and maybe it was intended to say what it said. I really don't know, but they ended up taking the 15's motor. So Bert got mad. He protested the motor in the 15 at Carson Lofton, and they ended up taking the 15's motor. And of course, he turned out to be legal, so it didn't matter. But the 15 had counter protested Bert. Bert took the motor out, and then they just gave him the protest fee, which was $500, and said, "Hey, we don't even want to take your motor." So it's interesting.
Ridiculous. But I'm glad you explained it because that was definitely not how it read.
That is definitely not how it read. You are 100% correct. So
We're gonna have to introduce old Corey to Chat GPT. Tell him to plug it in there, give him a nice thing.
I mean, I tried to get you to do that, but
I do it sometime.
Yeah, not on that one post we were referring to.
No,
no comment. No comment.
Yeah, it's over now. Chad can't spell, whatever.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's dive in here. Take a look at the weekend behind us. I know you didn't do any racing. You were off at the haunt.
Yeah, and I was gonna try to watch some racing on Saturday, but we were so damn busy, I never had a chance. So.
Yeah, you said everything seems to be up. A lot of people coming through on Saturday night at Hex Haunted Attraction, so that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, we was killing it, man. It's everybody's surprised.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's what you want for sure. I had me an interesting weekend. Supposed to race, didn't race. Had I mean, for lack of better terms, an equipment failure with the water truck. We probably still raced. We probably had enough water on there. Might have got to at the end, because it wasn't sunny, and I don't know. It was a mess, but it is what it is. That was a new one for me.
Bubba, he forgot to bring you the grader back.
Yeah, the old Natural Bridge page. I mean, they laid it out good. Old Bubba Miller, borrowed a tractor and didn't bring it back.
That's what I'm calling him from now on. He ain't ever gonna be Bug. It's Bubba. Old Bubba Miller.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a good thing for him. Before we get too far in, I seen that Josh Phillips mentioned it, and we definitely need to mention it. He said prayers for the Bird family and friends, and of course Ronnie Bird, longtime racer and fabricator, and just all around good guy in racing, passed away the other day. I believe he had his viewing today. So good. You want to send out good thoughts and prayers to the whole family. His son Jamie, of course, a racer, raced at Bowman Gray, raced at Franklin County Motor Mile, raced a little bit of everything. And one of his daughters, I believe he's got two daughters. One of them, of course, married to Darren Cockrum. So very, entangled in this racing community. And of course, he worked on nearly everybody's car, especially the mini stocks. Like he was the main guy there. So want to extend our heartfelt wishes and prayers out to their family.
I never knew him or met him, but he seemed like one of those guys that everybody liked, which is super rare in this racing. I can only think of one other person that nobody has anything bad to say about him, and that's old Pawpaw Darryl Chrisley. I've never. He seems like one of the rare few guys that nobody had anything bad to say about him. I mean, maybe.
I thought you were going to say you were the only other guy that nobody.
Yeah, me. Everybody loves me. I don't have any enemies at all. Everybody just.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but no. Ronnie was definitely one of those guys. Good guy in the racing world. He'll be missed greatly. I tell you, those guys like him and Mike Sharp, who passed away a couple of years back. Just great fabricators. I can think, like one other one I can think of who's still alive, Ricky Hall. But we're entering into an era of racing where there's not many of those left. those guys don't exist that much anymore. Mostly what we have now is guys who buy race cars and pay somebody to fix them. Like Kenny Wagner would be another one, another example. He's another guy who's still alive, who's a great fabricator and can work on these things. But man, the last few years we've lost far too many of them.
Yeah, now next year we're gonna have a bunch of mini stocks that are just falling apart every week.
Well, I mean, they like to do that anyway.
Nobody's gonna know what to do.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, had good comment from Josh Phillips there. He said we are almost out of legends, and we definitely are. Those guys are, a lot of those guys are passing away, little by little here, and those people are, necessary for this sport to continue. And we're losing too many of them, and there's nobody to replace them.
Well, there's always new legends coming up.
Yeah. Turn 2 has a lot to say about that, but
legendary, is it not? Never said it was a good legend.
I mean, you got a point. Your daddy here, Wesley Givens, he said that I just didn't want to see him beat Robbie Young in the enduro race.
Let's be honest here. There was like a 6% chance he even showed up to begin with. So I mean,
you make a good point. I mean, you make a really good point, actually.
It would have been a damn miracle before Robbie Young had showed up to that race.
Yeah, well, I think Robbie was coming. I mean, he said that he was anyway, so I believe he would have been
there. For the last 2 years, he's going to be in like every single race that's happened within a 200-mile radius.
Yeah. And you never see him?
Not once.
He's been sitting in the grandstands a lot at Ararat, so you never know.
Get on out there.
Never know.
Can't hide forever.
That's right. Man, I tell you what, this past weekend, I don't know if you caught much of it or not, but West Virginia Motor Speedway up in Mineral Wells, West Virginia, used to be a 5/8 mile track. Now it's a 3/8 mile track. Mike Hurley took it over. Really great job they did of getting it open one. And what an amazing turnout. I believe, and I might be shorting them, I believe there was 232 entries in 4 divisions. 2 divisions of late models, and then 2 divisions of modifieds, maybe. Crazy that many cars showed up there. And then the crowd was stupid. I mean, they were everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know about the cars, but I did see the picture somebody took of the stands, and it was absolutely packed.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't seen a crowd like that at a short track in, I don't think, ever.
Since the pandemic.
Yeah. Pretty big crowds in.
Ace, Franklin County, 311, everywhere. Yeah, for sure. Really cool to see. Really cool to see them get that track open. I don't remember exactly when he bought that place, but it was only a few months ago, and he transformed that thing from a 5/8 mile to a 3/8 mile. Not the best, not the raciest racetrack on opening night, but the track didn't come apart. So I mean, it didn't look like it come apart bad anyway. So I mean, I guess that's a good thing, and they got something to work with and figure out how to make it a little more racy.
5/8 mile was crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That would have been wild to see. What did Cherokee that had to shrink theirs too?
Yeah, they went from a half mile to 3/8. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I went to a race at West Virginia Motor Speedway when it was 5/8. It was one of those NASCAR, nights when they come in and like Ken Schrader and Steve Park and people like that would show up, and Kimberly over here, she thinks she's correcting me here. So she said it was they said it was a 3rd mile, and it might have been, I don't really know. I went with 3/8.
1/3 and 3/8 is very simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Specific.
And she's correcting me. There's 240 cars between 4 divisions. I don't know why she's just not on the show. I don't know why I need to be here. So, but I do want to wish her a happy birthday since she's on here listening. I don't know, sketchy on me there for a second.
That's you,
it might
buddy.
be my computer. I've been having all kinds of trouble.
Here we go again.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're like moving in slow motion. Oh my god. Anyways, place was packed. It wasn't dusty. Kim mentions that. So that's good. Um, Wesley Givens chiming in. He wants to know, will the enduros be made up? And I doubt it that they'll be made up. They might be. I don't know. We may stack them on to another race. But I'm thinking we're going to have a pretty good size enduro for the Dirty Turkey Derby, which is November 28th and 29th. November is going to be a stacked month with 10K on the 14th and 15th, and then another 2-day show for the 28th and 29th right after Thanksgiving. Those were always fun at Franklin County, the Thanksgiving races. I don't know how many of those you got to attend, Noah, but those were always good.
I never got to.
Yeah, gotcha. Let's see. Josh Phillips. He said, Langley, you better get a brand new car since you're going to be running 2-3 different tracks in 2026 season. Noah was just asking me what the hell we were doing before the show started. And I'd like to tell you, but I really don't know.
The way Bo's going, y'all are going to end up having like 8 tracks next year. You're going to have to buy a brand new car. Because no offense, I don't know if your turds are going to, make all this driving. You'll be putting 500 miles a day on them.
Listen, I mean, unless it pays good, he's going to have to buy a brand new car for me to make it there, okay? I'm not real sure. Josh Phillips said, what do you have Kim down in the basement? Sorta. She's down with the dogs, so she's hanging out with the mutts today while we do the podcast here.
You got her in the dog pen?
I mean, sorta. Kim wishing a happy birthday to the legend Blake Melvin as well. Didn't know y'all shared a birthday. And speaking of Blake Melvin, so he wants to dive into the topics right off. Okay, he said, "All right, now I'm here. Let's talk about your meeting yesterday." Well, I didn't really have a meeting yesterday. Bo Miller had a meeting yesterday, and I just happened to be sitting there. Yeah, Bubba Miller had a meeting yesterday, and I just happened to be sitting there listening and taking it all in. But we did go down yesterday. It's been fun. So before I dive into that, it's been fun. We went to Oak Level on what was it, June? At the end of June, I believe, or at the end of July, whatever it was, and met with French Grimes. I had met French before, but didn't really know much about him, other than seeing him at his Race Saver sprint car events. Really cool dude, really interesting guy. You went a little dark on me there for a second.
It keeps going dim.
I
had to change the settings.
I had to look and make sure Keyshawn wasn't on here for a second.
Well, there we go. We made it.
But anyways, so met with French Grimes, very interesting dude. A lot of stories, a lot of craziness and chaos in his life, and but a really cool dude, And then we went, and of course met with old Snatch Worley. Satch Worley. Met with him and toured Log Cabin. That was interesting too. I obviously I know Satch a little better, been around him a little bit more at modified races at Franklin County and such, but I really didn't know him, and some good conversations about the racetrack and the place there. Honestly, I should have been recording all of these. Of course, now the one we had yesterday, I don't think any of that was suitable for production, but the previous two, most of that would have been suitable for production. But of course, went down and met with Mike Fulp, which we just went down there on a whim. We didn't talk to him ahead of time or nothing. We just drove down the road and called him, and he didn't answer the phone. So Bo texted him and told him who was talking to him, and his first response was something to the effect of "Good luck, I ain't into that." He's talking about the racetrack. He's not into that at all. And he, of course, he told us where he was, and we come and found him, and so it was interesting to meet him. He's I tell you, all these. I had to say that all the people that run racetracks or own racetracks are, eccentric and different and a little bit out there, and that's every one of them I've ever met. Um, and he might top the list. Okay, dude's cool as hell, but he is wild as hell.
Maybe we need to make a YouTube series on local racetrack owners.
Boy, it'd be a banger. I mean, could you imagine? We could sit down with Mike Fulp and Whitey. Go sit down with French. I mean, hell, talking to Bo. I mean, when we get him on the show, I mean, it's like an explosion has happened or something. Okay, it's wild.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we could make some money off of that for sure.
For sure. But Blake Melvin wants me to give him some information that I'm not able to give him here by his question. I don't know what that was. It sounded like the Mack water truck starting up at Oak Level. I don't know what that was.
There's a dusty dog.
And when you hear the water truck, you'll understand the comparison there. But it was interesting. We met with him, and he said he didn't have time to take us on a tour of the racetrack. So we said we were going to get Mexican, and well, he had time for that, and so we went and sat down and had some Mexican with him. And I'll just tell you, as we're talking to him there at his farm to start with, and which is right down the road from the racetrack, and we get to the Mexican restaurant, and I'm the first one to walk up to him, and he starts telling me about this video that he's seen on Facebook, and what it says on there, and I can't repeat it on here, or I'm pretty sure we'd be off the air. So I knew, boy, we were in for it at the Mexican joint. Shout out to Rio Grande there. Great food right there in Madison beside the Tractor Supply. So go check it out. If you get a chance, you're down in the area, but not not a lot came out of that meeting, I don't think, other than some great entertainment and some stories and some explanation of how things have worked in the past, and it was interesting. I don't know that I can say much more than that. It was interesting.
I need to start coming to these meetings with you guys.
You would love it.
I'm starting to feel a little left out.
Yeah, Junior got an education. He was with me, and he got himself an education on the world of Mike Fulp and 311 Motor Speedway. And
the people that Junior is hanging around with all the time, he's never going to be able to have friends his age.
Well, and he's never going to be able to be normal. I mean, because there's nobody normal he's around, from me to Whitey to Bo to you. I mean,
yeah, that ship is
French Grimes, Cotton Rigney yesterday at Oak Level. I mean, it just ain't. There ain't no normality there to be had. So
he's getting a racetrack education, not a street education.
Yeah, he's definitely getting. Oh man, went dark again. I was getting ready to say, smile, show us who you are. Oh man, Keyshawn would appreciate that joke. But the 311 thing, who knows what'll happen there? I'm not gonna speak out of turn, because obviously nothing happened yesterday specific to that, but anything could happen. We keep talking about 2 or 3 racetracks, 4, 8, 12, how many ever it is next year. I don't know how we're going to run these races and do all this, but here we are.
I'm waiting soon. Bo's just going to find a flat field, and he'll be like, "Yep, we'll be racing here next month."
He's got one over at Smith Mountain Lake that he'd like to turn into a racetrack. So
I'm sure he would.
Yeah, so it could get real interesting.
That is a cool thing about dirt. If you really want to, you can make a racetrack anywhere at any time.
Yeah. I mean, sort of. Yeah. Blake Melvin said
nobody said it was going to be good. You could just do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Listen, Ararat was just built out in the guy's backyard. Okay, Gary Nestor just went out in the backyard and said, "You know what? I think there should be a racetrack right here," and now there is. So, I mean, anything can happen for sure with that. Blake Melvin said, "Now you can say that you met the infamous Mike Fulp." Langley. Yep, I have, and I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go have some lunch or dinner with him again next week sometime, and um, I'm sure that'll be entertaining. It won't be at the Mexican joint, I hope. That way, nobody will be sitting around. Blake Melvin, he'll be sitting around like watching, so he can see if he can learn anything about what we got going on. He'll be in the Mexican restaurant every evening next week.
You're playing a mic on the table and shit.
I believe it. Austin Williams talking about track owners. He said none of them have any sense. Listen, that goes for all of us. If any of us had any sense, we wouldn't be in racing. So
that's the truth.
Jimmy Ray chiming in said Mike Fulp was always the coolest guy in person. One race he was weed eating in turn 4 during the race. We actually heard a story about him weed eating during the race yesterday while talking to him, which I didn't know anything about that. That's wild in itself. But Mike he's cool as hell. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, he's crazy, but I mean, he's cool as hell. I mean, of course, I'm crazy, but Chris Cannon said Mike is on another planet. I'd say that was probably true. This guy who hates you, and me, he calls us dumb and dumber. I'm not really sure. Robert Austin, he said he's normal, and I can just tell you from knowing him, he is anything but normal. Chris Cannon chiming in said he feels sorry for Junior. I don't. Listen, this was his childhood right now is very similar to the one that I had. I had a hell of a time. So I mean, it's all good. Josh Phillips said you're going to have a 7-day week series. Well, I mean, I have said before that I would like to race every day of the week. So
it'll be the Bubba Miller touring series.
Bubba Miller, Jesus. Let's see. Blake Melvin, I recommend going to Checkers next time. Y'all see? Is there a Checkers in Madison? I don't know. I don't know what's there. There was a Mayflower, seafood joint there. I'm sure that's good. I don't eat seafood, but I'm sure it's good.
I hate seafood.
And Robert Austin, I believe he's talking about Mike Fulp here. He said, I saw him holding the AR rifle up in the woods a few years back.
Well, who ain't done that?
I ain't done that. Oh, Lord. But anyways, who knows what will happen with 311. Should be some more great conversations to come out of it, and, we'll see. And speaking of crazy-ass racetrack owners, okay, I mean, that guy is back, okay? He is back. He'll be glad to see himself on the big screen again, this week. He'll be proud of himself. Of course, he's the owner of Southern National Motorsports Park, a place that Noah loves, and, well, I don't. So,
to be fair, I love it on iRacing. I've never been there. One day I'll get out there, but on iRacing, my favorite track.
Yeah. When you go in person, it won't be anymore. Although he did say that he wants to build a little 1/4-mile Fairbury style dirt track out there. So, I mean, that could be good.
Sounds good to me. I'd do a double night too.
Yeah.
Let's put the labels on the dirt out there.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, that'd be good.
I'd do it.
I'm getting food suggestions here. Blake Melvin said, "Mom and pop store that has a grill, not even 5 minutes from the track. Good food." And Jimmy Ray says that there's a Hillbilly Hideaway, which I've heard of that place. I'd like to try that out. That sounds good. Josh Phillips, trying to make a fat joke. I mean, dude's so slow in a race car, he's got to make fat jokes. He said, "You eat all foods," and, well, no, I don't. I don't eat seafood. There's a lot of things I don't eat. I'm a picky eater for a fat ass. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
I am too.
Just letting you know.
This is mostly fried chicken and Bud Lights.
Robert Austin said there's more to that story. He was hiding from crazy people. That must have been when they got him for the old Bubba noose. Did you remember that? When he said he was selling Bubba nooses when Bubba Wallace and the noose thing came out. Oh God.
Him and Whitey must be friends or something.
Listen, he told me yesterday. He said you tell Whitey that he's my hero.
That
He
explains.
said that's the only guy they talk shit more about than me. Oh man,
Probably the only guy in Franklin County who's been on CNN like 4 times.
I mean that is true. That is true. Uh, Blake Melvin said, "I gotta ask, did he have any Bubba rope for sale?" I believe that's he still sells those. So I mean, it's good stuff.
That's crazy.
I don't even. Lord have mercy. Nathan Vance, this guy, I don't even know. I'm running. I'm out. I'm out running in my town, Alderson. Lifestyle change. What in the West Virginia hell is this? He's getting ready to jump off of a bridge or something.
They have bridges in West Virginia?
Yeah, oh yeah, they got the
I think they
Mothman
had
Bridge
any
up there, dog.
whatsoever.
Hey, do you not know what the Mothman Bridge is?
I don't know. I figured maybe it's just like a log across a creek or something.
Have you ever seen the movie with Richard Gere, Mothman Prophecy?
No, I haven't seen that.
Come on, man. I've been across that bridge. Well, not the one that fell in because that was a long time ago, but since it was rebuilt, um, cool movie, cool story. You should look up. You should look up the Mothman and watch the Mothman Prophecy movie. It's really good.
I was just assuming outside of Morgantown they didn't have any infrastructure in the whole state.
Oh no, they got plenty of infrastructure. Dude, West Virginia's awesome, man. I love it. It's one of my favorite states.
If you say so.
I mean, just telling you, anywhere, anywhere that you can marry your sister it's got to be a good place. Okay.
Well, he thinks so.
I mean, Nathan Vance certainly thinks so.
Yeah, I drove through Charleston one time, just driving down the highway, looking around. It made me sad for like 2 days. I couldn't get over it. I was just depressed. On the bridge?
Yes, on the bridge. We got to get away from him. Chris Cannon said, "Did he try to sell y'all some tires?" No, he didn't try to sell us no tires, but he did. We walked out into the parking lot, and he goes, "What kind of tires are those you got on your truck?" I mean, he was concerned for sure. Oh my God. Blake Melvin said, "I know the Mothman from Mountain Monsters." I'm gonna assume that's the same one. I really don't know. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's the same one. And Robert Austin said he knew that there was no chance that you knew.
I mean, I don't know. I don't partake in those that are childish.
Jimmy Ray chiming in again. He said, "Been going to West Virginia, Beckley Motor Speedway for 5 years. Love that dirt track, dude. Beckley Motor Speedway is in the top 3 or 4 dirt tracks that I've ever been to, and I've been to, probably 30 of them. And that's in my top 3 or 4 all time. Tyler County, probably number 1. Now it's a little different now. They got a little different clay. Might not be as good, but that's a great place, man. Great place. All right. Before they take us down too far of a rabbit hole here, do you see today? Well, actually, I know you seen today because you texted me about it. Lonesome Pine getting a little facelift, getting some new asphalt there.
They got new asphalt.
Yeah.
Facelift. I'd calm down on that word.
I mean, it's like putting makeup on a girl,
To be fair, we haven't seen the finished product yet, so
fair enough.
Judge until we see what it's done. But I'm very worried. A track as big as that one is, a repave job, it's gonna make very boring racing.
Well, they just paved that place. You remember after they were dirt, they paved it. So a few years ago, now timeline wise, don't quote me on this. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 years ago, they went dirt. Clay Valley Speedway is what they called it when it was dirt. And then they went back asphalt, and then they paved the track. Really bumpy, really rough. But I don't know. Looks like maybe they're trying to fix that, where it was so bumpy and rough. I don't know. I guess we'll have to hold out, thoughts on that. Austin Williams chiming in. He said Beckley Motor Speedway is sweet because it's a literal bowl. The whole grandstands is a mountain around the track. Cool place for sure. No doubt. Your boy Nathan Vance, who's I was going to make a joke that I shouldn't make. That was going to go way too far. Okay, way too far. He said he wants Motor Mile back, even if it's just for one race, please.
Talk to old Bubba Miller. That's probably next on his list.
Bubba Miller. We'll have to get Bubba Miller on this, okay? Because
you'll see him on the live stream for Pulaski County City Council next week.
that would not shock me at all, okay? That would not shock me at all. Yeah, for sure. Josh Phillips wants to know if I've been going to run Weaver, which I think he means Weber Valley Speedway, and I mean I've been running it for years. Okay, who the hell do you think Jebediah Yoder really is? Okay, I mean I stole that name from Lauren Yoder. Okay, Lauren pays all the bills there.
I figured Lauren had a brother or something.
No, well he's got an illegitimate son named Langley who goes by Jebediah Yoder. Okay,
Jebediah.
Yep. I've been running that thing for years. I mean, didn't you see how successful it is? I mean, dang, man.
You like watching Mary Margaret churn butter with her ankles out?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good time, okay? I'm just telling you. Jimmy Ray said Motor Mile is having 8 races next year, twin races. Well, Jimmy, if that's true, you're the first one to know. So I don't know if that's true or not. I do know that they've been working on some stuff. They've been, back and forth on a bunch of things. One of the guys who used to run South Boston, I believe, is involved there. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Motor Mile, man. That's a good conversation. I need to reach out to their sports and entertainment guy, see if he'll come on the show. Which, I mean, if he watches one of these, he's never going to come on the show.
We got to bank on that.
I mean, we just got to hope he never takes a look, because if I invite him on the show and then he goes and watches one of the episodes, he'll be like, yeah, I'm not going on here to talk about my sister. Okay. It's not happening.
We get a professional guy on here. We got to mess with him. You ever heard of Snatch Whirly?
That's the greatest Bubba Miller gaffe ever, right there. Was Snatch Whirly. So, oh God, Blake Melvin chiming in about what you were talking about earlier. Poor Granny Mildred getting knocked out at Weber Valley with the t-shirt launcher was heartbreaking.
I haven't heard any updates on that. I've been in the hospital still. Yeah, that was a sad event that happened.
Yeah, maybe. I had to share that. Oh God, Jimmy Ray. Yeah, we know it's called Pulaski County Motorsports Park. I mean, I hate that name. I hated Motor Mile too, but now I call it Motor Mile. So I guess one day I'll call it Pulaski County Motorsports Park. Jimmy Ray said that comes from 2 late model drivers they had a meeting with there a month ago. Well,
they only met with 2 late model drivers?
The way things are going in asphalt racing these days, that could be the full field. Could have met the whole damn field right there. I mean, I hate to say that. I mean, it's a struggle, man.
Them and Southern National are competing for the same 4 guys.
Mike's not going to appreciate that comment. He said he's got plenty of cars and people in the grandstands on iRacing. Okay.
Oh, iRacing, there was 40 cars there last week.
Yeah.
That's too many, by the way. Figure that out.
Yeah. Austin Williams said, did the cow live that got hit during the late model feature at Weber Valley? Yeah, we actually had some ribeyes last night. Gone.
Well, I think it would have lived, but they were going to, it was a meat cow anyway, so they just might as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead with it.
Blake Melvin said, can we get some Snatch shirts from Race 22, maybe a Christmas special?
Some Snatch Whirly shirts.
Oh God. I mean, I sure hope so. Oh, Jimmy Ray giving us all the details in here. I should have had him as a guest on the show tonight. He could have told us all about it. More than two, only met two. I'm bad with names. One races at Franklin County.
Well, if that's true, we can all guess who the one is.
I mean,
I won't say it out loud because who knows if it's true or not.
Yeah,
we
you
all
won't say King. You won't say King Kyle out loud or what?
King Kyle.
Every time.
I was gonna say Dakota Walls, but
yeah, okay. Does he race at Franklin County?
I ain't seen him in a while.
I think he races at Franklin County Speedway. He just doesn't race at Franklin County Raceway. Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah, whichever.
I don't. All right, let's see. Let's talk about a little racing from this past weekend. With Raceway, got their race in this weekend. Daniel Durham picking up the win in the 602 crates, crate late models. Morgan Widener won the 602 modifieds. Randy Taylor, man, I don't know how old Randy Taylor is now. He was, getting on up there. Last time I seen him in 2007.
Is he related to Trey Taylor?
Yeah, Crew Tractor. Yep.
Hit the road, dude.
Yep. He hits the road to victory lane because he won again. They had a good field. They had 12 of them. Of course, we're going to have a similar division to that at Oak Level next year with the Super Streets. Ours is going to be a little more open rules wise. I mean, I know you really love our open rules because, you'd like to play in all the gray areas. You've been hanging around Daryl too much.
Hey, maybe Daryl was hanging around me too much.
Nah, he ain't hit any walls and got fat, so that ain't happened. So I'm just telling you.
Darrow's only turned like 5 laps on that track, and one of them was almost catastrophic.
I mean, I'm just saying. Pro Minis, Derek Ferris picking up the win. U-Cars, Will Hotstetler picked up the win. It was a shorter than usual field for them. They only had 9 there for that. Eli Richardson picked up the win in the K cars, which is kids U car, and the Crown Vics. Justin Tate continues to dominate there. In that, Natural Bridge Speedway had a big weekend this past weekend. Had the Tommy Bear Memorial race, big race, steel blocks. Logan Robertson picked up the victory over Russell Irwin and Tyler Bear. It's a good race when Justin Williams finishes 4th. That dude, he wins dang near every race, everywhere, anytime he goes. Even Mike Fulp was talking about him yesterday, how he dominated when he came to 311. Let's see. Good Lord, man, take me half a damn day to get down to the bottom. Bryce Vire picking up the victory in the 602 late models. They had 21 of those. Pure Stocks. Randy Linneberg picks up the win. Virginia Sprints, Gerald Harris picked up the win. I think they had some races on Friday too, but I don't have those up here. So they got another big show at Natural Bridge coming up this weekend, the Fall Classic. I believe they run all their divisions during that one this weekend. So
regular race.
No, you listen. You are the only one who thinks these places have regular races. Okay.
Everybody else does too. You do too. You said it once, and you'll never admit it. But
I don't say stuff like that. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Just a regular night.
Nah. No regular night. Let's see what else we got. Well, Blake Melvin chiming in here. He said your boy Trey Taylor's got October 25th, 2 weeks from now. He's got the fishing party on his private property.
This is private property. Lock them up.
They've at first they did not do a very good job with that, but they've really gotten themselves together there. Taking advantage of their newfound virality.
Where are they
at? Crew, Virginia. I don't know. What do you mean?
Oh, I've never heard of that, so I don't know.
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you where it's at.
We need to get the old man to come be the grand marshal.
Let's see. Crew Tractor, Crew, Virginia. Let me look at the map here, and I'll tell you where it's at. What's near it? It's over next to Farmville, well, outside of Farmville. I know you're getting ready to say, where's that? It's down 460.
Which 460? Lynchburg.
Heading east, yeah. Heading east. Yep, that's where Crew Tractor's at.
There you go.
Josh Phillips got the fall brawl coming up at Hickory. I don't even know when it is anymore. I don't keep up with asphalt very good anymore, but no, we got a race, Franklin County, November 1st. Been working on some stuff. May have some more purse money headed toward the racers, especially the mini stocks. I've been talking to a couple people. Might pay a little more money in that.
I'm upset I got to miss that one.
I'm sad you got to miss that one too. You'll be slinging wieners.
Yep, which I'm okay with that because right now the wiener business is good.
Yeah.
Wieners are my business, and business is good.
Josh Phillips said that the fall brawl's on November 8th. After our equipment failure this past weekend, we're working on. He just said November 8th or 11th. Oh, yeah, they race on Tuesday. Wouldn't that be a Tuesday? A Tuesday.
They gonna race on Tuesday?
According to him. Blake Melvin talking about being at State Line, the go-kart track this past weekend. He went live there. I didn't even know they had cell phone signal over there. But he went live over there this past weekend. They've been having some really good turnouts over there. Devin and Emily Steele and Dale Steele and them have been doing a great job over there. I've been meaning to go to a show over there. I just hadn't had a chance.
I just can't get into the go-karts, man.
I feel the same way.
I try, I want to, but I just can't.
Of course, they got North Wilkesboro this weekend for the Cars Tour and the Smart Tour, their season finales. But Chris Cannon chiming in about 10,000 to win limited at Caraway. Seen he had a pretty good entry list for that. Robert Austin chiming in November 8th. That's the World Finals at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the World of Outlaws, late models, and sprint cars. So a lot of good racing coming up the next 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'm upset that I'm busy every October because it seems like that's when all the fun stuff happens is
October and November for sure. So, of course, the 10K Stock 4 World Championship prep is in full swing. I got the trophy in the other day. I'll debut it on Facebook hopefully sometime this week.
It better be a belt.
It's pretty badass. So I'll just let you know it's pretty badass.
It's a
belt. My wife, she said that I love kart racing. If I could just make Langley see it too. I'd love to try to promote one, but as far as watching it, I'm just really not that into it.
So. I just don't understand. I saw Caleb, he posted that thing, and there's like 87 different divisions of karts. Like, what? The karts have 3 pieces. How many different rule sets could you have for 3 different components?
It's like, engines and tires are what determines their different divisions and weights of the drivers. So, like, you'd be in a different class than, say, Wes Givens. You know what I mean? Y'all be in different classes. Good thing for you, right?
If they have weight classes.
Yeah. Dale Steele listening. He of course owns State Line. He's said bring her on down. Blake Melvin, I had that up on the screen a second ago. He said November 8th will be the throwback race for State Line. So they're having like a throwback paint scheme type deal for that. Austin Williams chiming in about Eldora this weekend, the Dirt Track World Championship. Man, it's a lot of really good racing coming up for sure. November 1st, of course, is the World Short Track Championship at Charlotte. That's all the local like guys crates and Seha and all those guys, there for that. Josh Phillips chiming in said Josh Brown for the win in the 10K race. Gonna be a very competitive race. And speaking of competitive, Peyton Ramsey chiming in talking about very, very competitive and hard to win in, and he's talking about karting.
See, what would make me interested in kart, and they might have, or if they had a fatties only division.
Well, they sort of do.
No, I want it advertised as a fatties. I want like 350 and up.
I think I don't know exactly what the weights are. Maybe Peyton Ramsey will come in and tell us.
They can't steer good because their guts in the wheel. I want to see, dude. I would pay money to see that.
Jesus. Oh God, I'm with you.
They'll never fly out of the cart like the skinny dudes do because they're wedged down in there.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Kevin Litton Jr. of course chiming in said, "What did I miss?" He does this every week. That's what he missed, and he missed the last 51 minutes here. Wilton Maxey says 425 pounds. 450 is the weight according to Peyton Ramsey. That's driver and cart. What does the cart weigh? Can't be a lot. He'll tell us in a second. Facebook's a little behind, so it takes a minute to get there, but he'll tell us about that here in a second. I think I mentioned earlier that we're working on the details for the Dirty Turkey Derby. Me and old Bubba Miller, we've been trying to see if we could get the tractors back down there and see if we could have us a good one.
Failure to return.
Yeah, failure to return. We need to get that return, get the tractor back down there. Hoping to have a pretty big steel block race. Maybe a good sized crate race, and like all the divisions, try to get them all in there. So it could be interesting. So Peyton Ramsey said 165 pounds is what the cart weighs, so that leaves 285, I guess.
Yeah, not fat enough.
285, yeah,
not fat.
Yeah. What's your optimal weight here? What do you want to go for here?
350 and up.
So just for the driver, right?
Yeah, no, driver only. The driver themselves has the scale.
Yeah.
At 350 and up.
Yeah. That would be interesting. That's what they need is one more damn class.
We're going to call it the cholesterol division or something.
Diabetes challenge.
The Little Debbie division.
Big Deborah shootout, baby.
That's what I want.
Oh, God. Let's see. Blake Melvin said, watch the dude start beating on a guy running beside him while under green because he was pissed with him. Yeah, all you got to do is reach out and grab somebody.
Let's give them sticks. Like the jockeys have on the horses, but instead they can just start beating the hell out.
I don't think that's safe.
Is kart racing in general safe?
No.
These guys are flying around going damn 70 miles an hour, not strapped to anything.
Yeah, well, but would you want to be strapped to something that doesn't have a roll cage?
I don't know.
It doesn't sound very safe to me.
They'll be flying out, getting run over.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mentioned Natural Bridge, the Fall Classic this weekend, of course, with Raceway. They extended their season. They didn't have any races in October, on their scheduled plan, but they had a bunch of rainouts during the season, so they extended it 3 weeks here into October 4th, 11th, and 18th. They've got their Champions Night coming up this weekend. They got a bunch of extra purses. Let me see if I can find them here on their Facebook page here. This way. No. Kevin Litton chiming in. He said my Sunfire was more safe than that. No, it was not. There was nothing safe about anything you were driving.
You were better off driving a car without a cage.
Yeah, for real.
For real. What y'all had going on in that one.
Yeah. Blake Melvin said also had a guy leaving an ambulance on Saturday, flipped it on the front stretch. Yeah, I could see it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find their post about
that. Bam, ambulance.
Yep. Let's see what this says here.
I would love to see a detailed schedule for the Stock 4 World Championship.
You would what?
I said I would love to see a detailed schedule for the Stock 4 World Championship.
Oh, you're asking for far too much, but far too much. You're asking for way too much.
You've already
it'll be out.
And all you gotta do is write it down.
I know it'll be out here in the next 7 days.
Tonight.
Next 7 days.
You ain't got to do tonight.
With Raceways, it's their night of champions. They're recognized as racers past and present. 602 mods, 1,000 to win. 602 late models, 1,000 to win. Super Streets, 1,000 to win. Crown Vics, 1,000 to win. Pro Minis, 1,000 to win. U cars, 500 to win, and the K cars are 250 to win. That's good. Of course, that's the kids' U cars. So they got a big lineup. 7 divisions right there? 7 divisions. Bunch of money on the line. Should be interesting.
I want to see 1,000 win for them. Like what are they called? The mini wedges.
Mini wedges.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, I want to see a bunch of money for that. Let's see them kids go nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure that that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Let's see. What else? Got anything else on my list here? Nope. Got nothing else on my list. So
just waiting on a schedule. Stock 4 World Championship.
Caleb Hall said November 1st needs to hurry up. I mean, you ain't having fun karting?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what else? So you'll be back at the haunt this weekend, right? Friday and Saturday, I assume.
The old Hex on the attraction.
Yeah. I assume that like this weekend would be a good weekend to go. So like you're still 2 weeks away from Halloween. You're 2 weeks now away from opening night. I'd say that'd be it should be a little lighter crowd, maybe.
You think so? Saturday it should have been pretty light as well, but we were slammed. I mean, the line was nut to butt for. You'd have been waiting for 2 hours if you come in there. I mean,
I'm glad I didn't come.
Crazy. Fridays are always good bet, because a lot of people don't come on Fridays no matter what weekend it is. Because everybody works. I guess they don't feel like going after that. But Saturday is if you don't care about waiting a while, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like waiting. We went to Frightmare Manor one time and had to like wait at every point in it, and it was terrible. It was one time. It was one time when my cheap ass should have bought one of those fast passes.
I was going to say you can buy the VIP.
Yeah, well, I'm cheap, but I'm cheap.
Yeah, I'm well aware. You still owe me $200.
Oh my God, here we go. I seen it on the Sphere. I mean, I did see that.
I had to pay money. That cost me $12,000 to put it on the Sphere. Just so I can get my damn $200.
Oh God, yeah. Well, you're not getting it. So, right. Blake Melvin chiming in. He said he wants to jump on the show this off season, but he's worried we'd get canceled. Listen, if we can't get canceled between the two of us, I think you're good. I think you're solid, bud.
There's definitely still room for cancellation.
I mean, we had Bo on there talking, or Bubba talking about Snatch Whirly. So I mean, there's still possibilities.
You never know. It's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah. Hey, the comments got interesting. Caleb said, I love karting. It's amazing, but who doesn't want to drive a race car? Well, Jaden Austin delivered the blow, though. He said you didn't for months. I mean, there you go. Your boy Kevin Litton Jr. said, Noah, I'll make it this weekend, I promise. So he's coming to see you. He wants one of your wieners.
It's not like I'm sitting there on the edge of my seat waiting for you to show up. I mean,
well, listen, you should be. Are y'all going to have like a table set out when he gets there so he can sign autographs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, you should. You should have one.
We'll put his car on display. The roll cage is half out of the car.
Yeah.
That on display.
I mean, you got to have a place for him to sign autographs because, I mean, I think the guy is going to draw you a bigger crowd. I mean, if he comes Friday, y'all going to have like a Saturday, Friday. You know what I mean?
You might.
I mean, you never know. You never know. For sure. Of course, Ararat not operating this weekend, so nobody, of the two tracks, Franklin County and Ararat, neither one racing this weekend. With racing, Natural Bridge racing. I think Ace ran their last race this past weekend. So racing's winding down, but still got a lot of big events coming up.
Yeah, the weekly racing's winding down, but the big events sure as hell ain't.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. You got everything packed up and ready to go for the um Jesus, I gotta stop reading the comments. You got everything packed up for the 10K. You ready to go? Like you coming down? I'm guessing November 2nd. Like you're just gonna move into Ararat. You're gonna be there until the 14th or 15th, right?
Not even close. I ain't even started.
Damn it, man!
I gotta go get a vehicle together that ain't been started in 3 years to bring down there.
Yeah. Caleb Hall said Kevin's welded cage could be the main attraction of the haunt. They'd be scared. They would be scared to death if they had to ride in that thing.
We do have a junkyard out back, and I keep telling Timmy every time we total these cars,
instead of one out there,
instead of taking them to scrap for $12, because by the time we gut them, that's all that's left. Put them out in the scrap yard. They all got hex on them anyway.
Yeah. Caleb Hall said the 10K at Caraway should be insane. I agree. I'm sure those limited guys will be all over top of each other for that, for sure. John Campbell, the man who sees the future, he hasn't been with us a whole lot. He hadn't either that or he's just not been talking to us much. He said, I must be losing my status as top fan for this year. I mean, I'm thinking you are. You've been dialing out on us.
Tonight's performance, you left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, for sure. Chris Cannon said they got one more race at Ace on November 1st. I forgot about that. That's the big Ace race, I believe it's called. Used to be called the Rodney Cook Memorial Race. Really sad to not see the Rodney Cook Memorial on the schedule. I know there were some, things there, that took place that prevented that from happening. But really, really sad not to see the legacy of Rodney Cook continue to be memorialized there. So I won't get into that too much. I'll probably get myself pissed off, and I'll probably say something I don't really want to say. But Blake Melvin said he said he's top fan for the year. So
it's probably true.
Yeah, I mean it probably is.
Yeah, we should have a pit chatter banquet at the end of the year, handing out
awards. Yeah. I don't think that's a good idea. We could do a live show somewhere though.
We need to.
That would be interesting. I don't know where would be a good spot. We put Logan's out of business. We went there and put them out of business.
We really did.
I mean, I don't know where we should go next. What restaurant would you like to see go out of business?
Any Long John Silver's.
Man, who does not love Long John Silver?
Oh, Crab du Jour.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I want that place run out of town.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I've never ate there, but I don't want to eat there. So, Caleb Hall says the Cook race needs to be somewhere. It pisses me off that it's not a thing this year. Totally agree. John Campbell said Sobo, South Boston is having a big race November 8th. That's the Ward Burton Foundation race. So should be a good one. I think they got 16 or 17 cars entered already for that one. Should be a good one. Jimmy Ray said it's 200 lap late model at Hickory on the 8th. Hopefully they have a good turnout there for the fall brawl. And here comes, the dumbest comment of the night. Kimberly said she wants to try the crab du jour.
I don't like seafood. I definitely don't like crab.
I don't either. But now I will tell you this. Go ahead.
The comments from people I've heard and seen is not good.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like the food wasn't great. I'm talking like don't look in the kitchen. It's bad.
Allegedly. Let's not get sued here. Okay. Allegedly. Yeah. Now we'll tell you this. I don't like seafood, but man, Captain Tom's in Martinsville, they got a great chop steak. They got a decent steak. So if you don't like seafood, you can still go there. It's all good.
I can't be around seafood. The smell makes me sick.
Austin Williams said, "When is the 5K bike race going to happen?" Listen, I'd love for that to happen. Old Bubba Miller, he hadn't got his tractors back in order yet, so he can get that scheduled. But we'll see. I don't know. 5,000 to win bike race would be interesting, wouldn't it?
We need to make sure the track's wet because them bikes kick up a lot of dust.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Now we can get into a food conversation over here now. John Campbell, he can see the future, but he can't see the past because he's asking us about West Virginia Motor Speedway. Of course, we were talking about that earlier, and it was awesome to see. Really badass turnout they had. A lot of cars, a lot of people. I think that they said it was like 8,000 people, and that's amazing. If that was the number, that was really good. So, Wilton Maxey on chiming in from the old YouTube live stream. He said Potomac Speedway, $10,000 to win super late model race November 1st. That'll be a banger, no doubt. So, all right.
Stuff going on.
Yeah. We've spent the last hour and 5 minutes on here. Ain't no use to go no further. So, and Austin Williams over here, I gotta pull this one up. He said, or a 1,000 to win driver foot race would be interesting. I mean, dude, you've been sitting in a truck for like the last couple of years. I don't think you'd make it a lap for $1,000.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's probably true.
I'll keep on here. Gary Smith said, "You'll see a late model almost go over the wall at Natural Bridge." I did see the video of that. It was a pretty good wreck. I seen somebody complaining that they only had two tow trucks to clean up the mess, and I'm just like, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, how many tow trucks you think they're going to have? You think they're going to? All right, we might have 25 cars this weekend, so we're going to have 25 tow trucks. No, that's not going to happen. So,
if somebody's complaining, I just want them to know that 2 tow trucks is almost double what every other racetrack has.
Right. Although we do have 2 every week now at Ararat. Sean Hanks comes in. I've got mine down there, and then Sean Hanks comes in with his. So been glad to haven't needed it.
It's a modern miracle.
Listen, that thing's a gem, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, although Wes Givens did put a timing chain in it, and I don't know if you know, but that doesn't go very well in them Cavaliers. So good thing it's not a Cavalier.
He's the only guy I've ever seen that has to put 18 timing chains in every motor.
No doubt. All right, let's get out of here. This has been episode 81 of the Pit Chatter Podcast. We'll be back next Tuesday for episode 82. I'm sure I won't know what number it is then, but we'll be back then. This episode, as always, presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. And, well, Noah, you know what they say about Yoder's.
Can't beat that meat.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. We'll see you next week.
Wow.